Hi, I'm Joe Cirincione. I've been tracking the spread of nuclear weapons for over 25 years here in Washington, D.C., and I just led a national campaign for the Iran deal. This is an historic breakthrough agreement, praised by nuclear scientists, top policy experts, editorial boards across the country, and most of the diplomatic and military leaders in the United States. Why? Because it eliminates the number one threat we face, the possibility that Iran would get a nuclear weapon. This deal shrinks Iran's nuclear program. They have to rip out 2/3 of their centrifuges, destroy their existing plutonium production reactor, ship out the uranium gas that they were stockpiling. That's all been done already. And we then place their entire program under the most intrusive inspection regime ever negotiated. Locks and seals and cameras. We know every step that Iran is taking. We have now at least eliminated this threat for 15 to 20 years, and most likely convinced Iran never to pursue a nuclear weapon again. The Iran nuclear agreement has set new standards for non-proliferation, new kinds of inspections. We, for example, are going to track all of Iran's uranium from the time it comes out of the mine all the way through the production process until it's stored in a gas cylinder. That's never been done before. We have specific restrictions on the kinds of research that Iran can do to make sure they can't come close to weapons-related research. Never been done before. This should be a model for future non-proliferation agreements. And in particular, it's something that we can apply to North Korea. Yes, we have to increase the sanctions on North Korea. Yes, we have to condemn their tests. But the model is that sanctions alone can't compel compliance. You've got to bring that country back to the negotiating table and strike a deal. There are no other states with programs as big as Iran or North Korea's. You could be looking at an historic turn, the end of the spread of nuclear weapons that began 70 years ago with Hiroshima. What worries me the most about the discussion in this campaign is how people want to show how strong they are by their willingness to use military force. We have the most powerful military in the world, but we also have the most powerful alliance system, the most powerful economy, the most powerful cultural influence. We have to use all the tools at our disposal to do that. But you still see in this debate calls for ripping up the Iran agreement, unleashing Iran's nuclear program, squandering this diplomatic victory, and in exchange for what? For military pressures, for economic sanctions, for an effort to force a regime change in Iran. It won't work. It can't work. It will trigger either a new nuclear arms race in the Middle East as Iran unleashes, or a war with the United States and Israel trying to stop Iran militarily, or both. You have to say Bernie Sanders is the candidate that has learned most of the lessons of the past 25 years, the mistakes of the Iraq War, the understanding that we have to show restraint. And unfortunately, I don't see that same sensibility in the other candidates. For more information on this, come visit Ploughshares.org. You can see all the groups we support, all the experts that are available to go into these subjects in much greater depth.